Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatinala binti Musa Haizal and my matric number is 06 TSK22F2021. Today, our group will present about picket. Picketing is formally defined as the act of assembling outside a place of employment or another significant location with the intention of protesting labour practices, usually during a strike or lockout. It serves two primary purposes: to inform the public and another workers about the dispute and to persuade or discourage another from engaging with the organisation until demands are met. Next, I will explain about picketing history. Number 1, originated during the Industrial Revolution. During the Industrial Revolution, many factories opened in UK and US. Factors had faced bad conditions and started organizing together to fight for better treatment. This was the beginning of labor unions. Number 2, workers protest harsh conditions, long hours and low wages. Workers had to work very long hours in unsafe places and were paid very little. Because of this, they protest to ask for safer workplaces, shorter hours and better pay. Number 3, yearly unions use picketing as a strategy to demand right. Workers stood outside their workplaces holding signs and protesting. This was called picketing, and it was very way to show their problems to the public and stop others from working until things improve. Number 4, over time picketing gained legal recognition and become more organized. At first, picketing was not allowed and people will stop them, but later laws were made to protect peaceful picketing. Today is an important and legal way for workers to defend their right. Today I will explain about picketing background in Malaysia. Number 1, legal under Malaysia Industrial Relations Act 1967. In Malaysia, picketing is allowed by the law. The Industrial Relations Act 1967 protests workers' right to picket if they are unhappy with their employer. Number 2, must be peaceful and follow the rules. Picketing must be peaceful. Workers cannot use violence, damage property or block people from entering the workplace. If they do, the picket can be stopped by the police. Number 3, common in sectors like education, manufacturing and public transport. Picketing often happens in school, factories and public transport companies. Workers in this sector picket to ask for better pay, safer workplace or fair treatments. Number 4, reflect both global labour rights and local legal framework. Malaysian rules on picketing follow international worker rights, but they are also made to suit Malaysian law and culture.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurin Dalili binti Rasizan. My matric number is 06DSK22F2033. So, I want to talk about purpose of picketing in Malaysia. First, protest unfair labor practice. Workers may picket to show opposition to action they believe are unjust, such as wrongful termination, union discrimination, delay salary, or unsafe working conditions. It's a way to make their voice heard publicly. 2. Support industrial action. Picketing often goes hand in hand with the strike or other forms of industrial action. It helps strengthen the union's stand and show solidarity among workers during a labor dispute. 3. Raise public awareness. Picketing can inform the public, customer and media about the worker issue. This visibility help gather public support and can increase pressure on the employee to resolve the dispute fairly. So we go to the next slide is for pressure employee to negotiate. A peaceful picket outside the workplace can affect business operation or reputation, pushing the employee to come to the negotiation table and address the concern of the workers. Lastly, 5. Discourage strike breaking by maintaining a visible presence at the workplace. Picketing can discourage other workers or temporary replacement from entering the premises and undermining the strike or protest. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aimi binti Daham and my matric number is 060SK22F2081. And today I'm going to presenting about two types of picketing. First one is mass picketing. Mass picketing happens when a large group of people gather outside a workplace during a strike or protest. The goal is to create a strong public pressure and sometimes physically discourage people like customers, the driver or replacement workers from entering. This form of picketing often seeks to create a strong visual impact and may attempt to dissuade employees, customers, suppliers or other stakeholders from crossing the picket line. However, mass picketing can become more problematic when it results in the obstructions of entrance, intimidation of individuals or disruption of public order. Many legal items impose regulation on mass picketing to ensure that the right to protect is protected. It does not infringe with upon the rights of others or public safety. The second one is peaceful picketing. Peaceful picketing is when people protest without violence, threat, or blocking accesses. Protesters usually carry signs, hand out flyers, and talk to the public to explain their causes of the picketing. Usually, this peaceful picketing is a form of picketing that generally recognized and protected under legal frameworks that uphold the right of freedom of speech and peaceful assembly. It's provided the provided is not interfere with access to property or public safety. For example of mass picketing is Indian farmers' protests in 2020 until 2021. Hundreds of thousands of farmers across India organized a mass picketing to protest against new agricultural laws they believe would harm their livelihoods. Farmers set up a massive picket lines and camps along major highway leading to Delhi, effectively blocking their key roads for months. Their protests are largely peaceful but involve a huge numbers, making it one of the largest mass mobilization in recent histories. Next is the example of peaceful picketing like 2019 MTUC workers' protests. The Malaysian Trades Union Congress MTUC organized a peaceful picket outside the Parliament building in Kuala Lumpur to protest against proposal of changing labour laws that they would believe to negatively affect workers' rights. So the protest is entirely peaceful, with union members carrying out banners, placards, expressing their concerns and about amendments, including issues related to wages increase, employment security, working condition, and there was no disruption to business operations, and the protests are respected public order, which is making the key example of peaceful picketing in Malaysia.
Hi, my name is Fatina Alia binti Abdul Rahman and my number matrix is 06TSK22F2005. So I will present about legal aspect of picket. Picketing is the act of protesting, usually by workers outside a workplace to express a grievance or to support a strike. Legally, picketing is allowed as long as it is peaceful and does not involve criminal acts like violence, threats, or blocking entrance. In many countries like Malaysia, United Kingdom, United States, laws protect peaceful picketing under Labor or Industrial Relations Acts. However, Pickets cannot trespass on private property without permission. Next, they cannot intimidate non-striking workers or customers. And the lastly is sometimes they need to give advance notice to authorities. For example, in Malaysia, peaceful picketing is allowed under the Industrial Relations Act of 1967, but it must be not disturb public order. The next one was relevant cases in Malaysia. The first cases is Nuke versus his HSBC and Maybank in year 2022 until 2024. The National Union of Bank Employees, or known as NUB, organized pickets outside HSBC and Maybank branches to protest alleged union busting and workplace harassment. These demonstrations were conducted peacefully, with participants holding placards and delivering speeches to raise awareness about their grievances. The picketing adhered to the Industrial Relations Act 1967, emphasizing the importance of lawful and orderly protest in labor disputes. The sources are from Sina Daily. For the next cases was Harter Doctor contract in year 2021. On July 26, 2021, approximately 4,000 contract medical officers staged a nationwide strike known as Harta Doctor Contract to protest the government's contract system for medical appointments. The peaceful demonstration occurred during break times at over 20 government hospitals, aiming to highlight issues related to job security and career progression for contract doctors. The sources are from Wikipedia.